Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
Yo, Sports Bettors. Got my man, the Mad Hatter, on the other side.
What is going on, Playboy? How you doing today, man? Should I even ask?
You know what? I was watching a show with my kids the other day, and we were watching The Flash, okay? And in The Flash, there was a guy in yellow, and he was called the Reverse Flash, okay? And the Reverse Flash was like everything that the Flash was not, all right? And as I was watching the show, I happened to think about our situation with me being the Dream, being dope, and then you being like the reverse Dream.
Yeah, whatever, kid.
Sending out a dusty loser, son.
Oh.
What in the world happened with the Brooklyn Nets yesterday?
Kid, you mushed it. You know what? I always win. You know what I'm saying? I win, and then whenever you or Dan wants to get on my play, it loses. That's on my team. So you know what, man? You can't pick
Sports
my.
Bettors TV, how many times are you going to listen to Hatter use the mush as his explanation for a loss?
Dude, they couldn't even catch him, man. Damn. At the end of the game, they actually went up one, dude. I thought we had it, but I guess they couldn't get the basket at the end to work.
Oh, man, guys, I thought we were going to get it to work as well. Hatter had kind of swayed me yesterday, as I did like a bunch of other stuff, but I thought that was, if John Wall, if that didn't go down with the with the Wizards, I probably would have maybe replaced the Wizards with, who knows? I don't know what happened. I probably still would have played Brooklyn, so I'm not going to say that, but it just stinks that we couldn't get that win to work. As you look around, most of the other stuff was on point. Look at the Columbus Blue Jackets yesterday.
Oh, kid, everything, man. You know what? The last two nights, all the leans were solid, and I managed to put my money in the wrong spot. Unbelievable. But, hey, whatever. What am I going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Brooke Lopez couldn't finish it out for me.
I know, and it's no big deal. I mean, we're going to obviously move on, and we had already said that playing basketball and hockey at this time of the season is, you really should just fall back into the playoffs. It's not that you're forcing it, but some of the games just don't fit right. Last night's game, and I had mentioned it, that Atlanta seems to have Brooklyn's number.
Yeah, they do.
As they killed them the last time they played, and we're able to beat them again. So sometimes the team just knows how to beat you. I knew that Brooklyn had exerted a lot of energy getting to where they were at. So it was probably a more of a dangerous situation than I thought. I just thought that the Hawks would probably
pull
not
back,
come to play.
Yeah, I thought so too, man. I mean, you got Brooklyn, at home. They haven't gone anywhere. Atlanta was on the road. They were home. They had to get in a plane. Like you said, it's a small little plane ride, but still, they still had to travel. They're coming in. They've got nothing to play for. You know what I'm saying? All the stars aligned to take Brooklyn, and that's why Brooklyn was favored, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, the doggies were barking with the Atlanta Hawks. They must have said to themselves, "Yo, why are we an underdog? Let's go out and layeth the smacketh down on the Nets." You know what I mean? Definitely.
But, hey, what can you do? The losses come. Like I said, we should be going easy, not going crazy with the on the financial end of it. As far as the scores are concerned, we had the Celtics over the Pistons 113-103. The Wizards over the 76ers 119-90, which was, oh my God, a blowout. And I love the Wizards yesterday. The Raptors over the Hornets 92-74. The Bulls caught a loss. 105-103, and that Bulls team,
they're nasty. They're nasty. I keep trying to tell you that, man.
114-111. The Hawks beat the Nets. The Pacers over the Knicks 102-86. We had the Grizzlies beat the Pelicans 110-74. The Cavaliers beat the Bucks 104-99. The Spurs 110-98 over the Rockets.
Wow.
The Nuggets beat the Lakers 119-101. Jazz over the Kings 103-91. I did like the Jazz yesterday as well. The Mavericks 107-104. I love that game as well. The Trailblazers 116-91 over the Timberwolves.
I'm listening to all these scores. It's just pissing me off, dude. Even the Tigers yesterday laid at the smack it down, man.
We had the Blue Jackets over the Maple Leafs in hockey 5-0. I loved that game. I was all over that game yesterday. I loved it. Capitals beat the Bruins 3-0, and the Stars beat the Ducks 4-0. Over on the MLB side yesterday, we had the Tigers over the Twins. They start out the day right, 11-0. Over the Red Sox 4-2. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 4-3. The Nationals beat the Mets 2-1. And I did tell you that I expected Zimmerman to bounce back yesterday for that national team. We had the Tampa Bay Devil Rays beat the Orioles 2-0. The Reds beat the Pirates 5-4. The Braves over the Marlins 2-0. The Rockies over the Brewers again 5-4.
Wow.
Brewers got swept in their home opener. The Giants beat the Diamondbacks 5-2. We had the Padres losing to the Dodgers 4-7. We had Oakland, which was another one of my. Oh my God, man! I think I'm so many. Oakland over the Rangers 10-0, and the Angels beat the Mariners 5-3. And yesterday, had I stayed away from Brooklyn, would have been a really lucrative day.
Yes. So, hey, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, big shout out to everybody that's out here right now on the social media outlets. I've got Blue Chips. I've got Dylan, I've got Tommy King, just followed you, brother. I got Yato, I got Razor Ramon, I got Heavy 365, Direct Sports Solutions, C. Rodriguez Jr., The Odds Hustle, Jeff Ryan, Justin Hernandez, Mo, The Andy Mack, Rick Lopez, Steven Hendricks, I am following you right now, Marco Spagnola, Hockey Immortal, Buddy the Dog, Snoopy Betts, James Harrelson, Face Kicker, P for Prez. What is going on? Good morning. And big shout out to the legendary Scott Matthews, kid. It was nice seeing him last night, kid.
No doubt. We went and met up with my boy.
And
chilled out last night. Had a very nice evening, a productive evening, and I'm still a bit tore up from it.
Definitely, man. We got out to go to Foxwoods Casino, which was about an hour away from us, and him and the Queen made it up there. They were out there doing their thing, and we went and said hello. So I actually posted a little video of the Queen doing karaoke, kid.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that.
Yeah, you gotta take a look at it. Oh man, Yodo's calling me DJ Wannabes. Oh, nice photo, by the way, brother. Good looking on that. So, dude, what are we gonna do with this NBA, man? Now that everybody is kind of,
Well, I know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna just go off on my own.
Shut up.
I'm gonna ask that you go grab the bench and work on, you know what I'm saying? Work on, keeping the water fresh and cold over in the
Gatorade.
cooler.
Yeah, I get the Gatorade popping. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll play water boy for a
popping,
minute.
and let me handle this NBA thing.
All right, because you're getting teams that you don't think are going to come out and play, and all of a sudden they feel like playing that day, and then you got teams that are in a must-win situation that crap the bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's all over the place right now.
Yeah,
Can't
it is.
quite gauge it, but we're still going to try to find some value, kid. You know what I mean? But we're taking a look at it, and I was listening to my man Crush the Bookie. Big shout out to him. He went 6-0 this week so far. So big ups to my man. He's going to be calling on my birthday, kid. I can't wait till that. And guys, let's say about 20 to 25 minutes, we got a huge show today. We got my man sportslock.com. We're going to talk a little fantasy, kid. Maybe that's a way to generate some dollars while we're waiting for the playoffs to start. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I'm not really into the, I don't know if you guys are out there doing the fan duels and the, I see them all the time, and it's just like, I just don't have time. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I want to go check it out, but it's like, I don't have time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, you know what I mean? But if you got, some time, you know what I'm saying, during the weekends and stuff like that, when you're just kind of sitting there kicking it, waiting in between games or whatever, it might be the move. And a lot of people, dude, there's people that are actually leaving stock trading, like, being Wall Street brokers and stuff like that, and doing this stuff for a living, bro. So we got to really take. I'm all ears, man. I kind of want to see what's going on here. Dr. Dan is a big fantasy guy, but let's rock and roll, man. Because I know a lot of the junkies out there love it. You know what I'm saying?
And this was the first year that I didn't even do fantasy baseball. I do fantasy baseball in years past because I really enjoyed it. But I got to be honest with you, keeping up with the nation and doing the show every day, and it's just I remember doing it last year. It just got to be too much. I mean, even fantasy football this year, was getting to be a bit trying. Especially you were screwing that league up as well.
Oh, yeah.
The black eye and everything. This dude. You put the black eye and everything.
No, guys, what happened was that I was so busy with the show and the plays and day-to-day life and all that I would forget to do my roster. So what happened was that, all the people for the league were all mad because they thought me and the winner were in cahoots, split. You know what I mean? Because I was running for second or third place or whatever, and then I would forget to put my defense in. But I didn't actually forget, dude. I was doing it in my bed with my phone, and for some reason it didn't register. I mean, it kind of sounds like some of the cappers saying they do that on documentation sites, but anyway, no, but it's actually really the truth. You know what I'm saying?
You guys don't know. It's one of them old school leagues. Everybody's cool week 1. By week 4, everybody's pointing their finger at everybody. You cheating. So and so it is. Oh, how'd you get that? Oh, that. Look at that dusty trade. Oh man. And then the dudes are the other dudes. A lot of the guys in it are retired.
Yeah.
So, they got nothing to do. They get up in the morning, you know what I mean? Go get the newspaper and make somebody who has a job late. Because you get behind those people on your way to work. The guy that's getting up just going out to get the newspaper. And meanwhile, you're behind him trying to go to work and you're 15 minutes late. And he's making you even more late because he's got all day to get the newspaper, but he's out at the time when you got to go to work. But anyway, these dudes get the newspaper, come home, maybe do a dip by the gym, hop in the pool for a minute. It's like one of the old guys you see in the locker room naked, always walking around with a towel in the locker room. It's yo, buddy, get dressed. What are you doing?
That's
but
crazy.
Yeah, these guys got nothing else better to do. So they're fantasying it all week long. They know every stat possible, everything imaginable happening. And then on Sunday, for them to even fathom you telling them that, I didn't have time to get in there, looking at you huh?
Yeah, right. What a headache that was, man. But there's daily stuff now. There's there's a whole different realm and a package on this thing. So I'm pretty anxious to see what this dude's got to say. So it's gonna be sportslock.com. They're coming on at a few, and we will go from there. But dude, let's get into trying to break some of this stuff down, kid.
Well, you only got 2 NBA games tonight, and they're both shaky.
Bulls, Miami, Portland, Golden State. Wow, yeah, very shaky. My God. Let's see. You got the nasty Bulls coming into Miami. You can get this. Believe it or not, dude. Looking at the website here, looking at sportsbetterstv.com, you can actually get either team +1 right now. With an under/over of 191.5. The Bulls, kid.
Ill.
Nasty. I don't even know what to make of this. I mean, and you got Miami. Is Wade back yet?
Dude, I have no clue. I know, Wade's always day to day.
Yeah. Every day, regardless of the injuries, day to day. Let's take a look here. It's saying I do not see anything on the contrary of him playing, so I think he's in the game. Miami is 1-4 straight up in the last 5 and 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games. Chicago is superior in several categories here, but Chicago coming off the loss, they're not traveling that far from Orlando to Miami. I cannot give an opinion here, bro. I hate the Bulls.
And I would assume that Wade is playing as he played on Tuesday night against the Hornets, and he played 35 minutes, so I'm going to assume that he's going to play. Okay.
All right, so taking a look at this, I mean, I couldn't even recommend a teaser. I don't even know what to tell you on this game, guys. I'll be honest with you. Scrolling to the next game, if you have any kind of big injury status or, something that's going on, any kind of rumblings with beat writers or whatever, please let me know if there's something that you're seeing that I'm not. But all I see is the word nasty written all over this game. The next one I got on a ticket here, I got the Portland Trailblazers coming into the Golden State Warriors, kid. Golden State coming off the loss are a 9 to 9.5 point favorite with an under-over of 208.5 to 209. I think these are the kind of lines we're going to see in the playoffs. You know, anytime Golden State's home, it's going to be like a 9 to 10 point. I mean, unless they're playing the 8th seed. If they're playing like, if they're playing at New Orleans Hornets, it's probably going to be more like 13, 14, 15. So even a series play in that probably isn't going to pay that much. So we're going to have to probably parlay some series to make some money.
Definitely.
And guys, make sure that you get on a book where you can parlay series plays, because that's going to be a big part of our repertoire come NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs, I believe.
Definitely.
Do you do that with the NHL?
I do the series, but I didn't parlay them, but I do the series bets, and the NHL series bets are huge. Yeah, I do that big time.
All right, awesome.
But I didn't parlay them in years past. I've just played them separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But a parlay is probably the way to go.
It probably is. Yeah, it probably is going to be the way to go, especially in the first 2 rounds. Is you're going to have, it's a pretty clear cut, and you should have some clear cut, series winners, and not too many surprises. So yeah, the first 2 rounds should be, relatively. Yeah, I'm not going to say easy, but should be. Interesting.
Absolutely, man. Big ups to Terry Broussard, OJ, FB, Vince Parker, Gruff, Immaculate. I sent you a message to follow my man, Immaculate, by the way. AZ Wildcat 83. I got Jason Riley, got JC, SBTV Nation, Elvin XL, SBTV Nation, Rich Comac. Rich Comac. I think that's how I pronounce your name, brother. All I know is that you hit that magnificent parlay that I saw a couple weeks ago. I got Spot Bet, I got Sports Money, I got Smokey, I got 55 to win 50. So the NBA is a play, no play, maybe Golden State in a money line. What do you think?
No play.
No play, right? All right.
No.
And Crush the Bookie was also saying that as well. He was thinking maybe a second half or something like that, but even still, if Golden State comes out and lays the smack down, in the second half, they may fall back, just like with the Phoenix Suns,
Yep, I know what you're saying.
All right.
I actually, definitely a fallback. For some reason, I kind of like the Blazers. I don't know why, but I'm not playing it.
No, definitely not. So let's move into the NHL, brother, because there's quite a bit of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minnesota, 6, 7. There's 8 games in the NHL. All right. You got the matchups pulled up?
I do.
All right, so let's go through this and see if we can find some winners, man. You got Colorado at Philadelphia tonight. You got New Jersey at Tampa Biscuit. You've got Detroit at Montreal. You've got Minnesota at Nashville. We've got Winnipeg at Colorado. We got the Nasty Kings, and yeah, I call them nasty because they just don't want to win when they're supposed to. They're playing at Calgary. We got San Jose at Edmonton, and we got the Arizona Coyotes playing at Vancouver. Maybe a little underplay going on there, brother. Because I think
my thing with the hockey is, like I said, you got the playoffs next week. You're gonna have to look. I don't know for you. I'm not able to tell you who's on the edge and who's going in and who maybe needs to win. But, using that needs to win scenario.
That was big for you in football, dude.
Yeah, it's just not, it's not being a positive, reason for these guys are still going out and losing.
And that's been apparent in all sports, bro.
Yeah.
I have not seen many teams that are in like a must-win dire situation that are coming out and playing their hearts out. It's strange. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that has to do with the public and the line movement or something like that. What do you think?
I won't say that it's strange, and I won't say that it's a dire situation. I'll just say that there's another group of athletes on the other side, and even though you may not have their starters in, some of the other guys getting in are hungrier than the starters. And, there's always that guy that's on the bench that's better than the guy that's starting, but he's on the bench because, he's only been in the league 2 years, or he didn't get along with the coach, or whatever reason it may be, and now he's getting his shot to get in the game, and he's doing his thing. So you always got these guys that, a lot of people don't know of, and you don't know what's behind that could be, could be really a lot better than we think they are. And then the other thing is, as you get to the end of the season, and this holds true with football as well as hockey, guys are fatigued, tired, and banged up. So, even though, they want to give it their all 100% and they're trying, their 100% is really only, is 75% of what it was 3 months ago because they're just so banged up.
Yeah. That's why I call LeBron my boy, though, because he does give max effort. You know what I mean? When he needs to win. You know what I'm saying? Like a game like last night, obviously they didn't cover again, which I didn't plug him. But, when you get him in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying, where his back's against the wall, he really gives max effort. I mean, he worked himself to death with cramps and all that versus San Antonio last year, remember?
Yep, I do.
So, and you saw when they went down 1-0 versus the Indiana Pacers, he was like not having it. So that's kind of why I'm with him on that. So as far as the hockey ticket, man, you don't see anything. What about the Canucks here playing the Arizona Coyotes?
Well, no, I wouldn't get involved in that game personally. I think, if I'm looking at something right now, but I think that they're all set. But, I like the Rangers at home. The Rangers have been, they really came on late, really strong. And, the Rangers are a problem. Going into this playoffs, this Ranger team is built. They are a problem. They are going to definitely make some noise, I believe, in this NHL playoff situation. And they look like they're ready to run. So I like the Rangers today. But I have to look at it and see, who's going to play and think out, the scenario for them. What's their motivation going to be? I also, the Predators need to win in the worst way. They haven't won in forever, and they need to win in the worst way. And they're home, and they really. It's one of those situations, like I mentioned the Predators and the Islanders yesterday. You're talking about two teams that, have had great seasons and who have kind of like dialed in the last couple of weeks. And it's just one of those things. The guys are going to go to try to turn it on in the playoffs, and they're going to get punched in the mouth when the energy's not there and they're not able to turn it on. But you might want to look at the Predators today. The Lightning are going up against the Devils. And the Lightning, that's a game that the Lightning should win as well. I like them. And hey, you know what? The Avalanche, but they're playing the Jets, so I'm not going to get involved with the Avalanche either. I'll be honest with you. I would look at that Lightning team, as I know the Devils are probably playing for nothing. So I would look at the Lightning team. There's a possibility there. And like I said, that's all I'm willing to give out right now, to be honest with you. That's the only thing I would be willing to put my money on if I was going to play. As the other games just don't, I don't see the motivation factor, and I don't know which way they would go. So I said I really need to back off of hockey until next week.
I keep making a mistake of the New Orleans Hornets
Yep.
and the Pelicans, man. A couple people out on Twitter. Hey guys, we are live and we can't edit anything, man. You know what I'm saying? And we had a couple of drinks last night as well, dude. It had a long ride home, and believe me, I got.
Oh, dude, the ride home was dreadful.
But you know what? Hey, we can never call out, man. We are here, rocking and rolling. And going back to this Minnesota Wild and Preds game, dude. I'm taking a look at this, man. I got to be honest with you. The Wild are playing awesome.
Yeah.
17-7 in the last 24 games, kid.
Yep.
We're Nashville, dude. You ready for this? Last 10 games at home?
I already know.
Last 10 games at home, dude, 2-8.
I know. Nashville is. I told you they've been playing. They've been absolutely terrible. I know. I'm not in any disagreement with you at all. But it's a situation where they need a win bad.
I know. I'm looking at this. I mean, if you're $100 better, right, with Nashville. Now, dude, you tore it up with them all year until recently, right? Dude,
and I pulled off of them when they started. I was.
I know that.
I pulled way off of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at them, dude. They're only plus $100 better is only up $800 now. Where you were up over, I want to say you were up over 2,000 with them. So, I mean, they're definitely falling off. But you did say they're decimated with injuries a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It happened with the original injury started with the goalie, and then it moved on from there. So, and like I said, we backed off of him. But I'm looking at that Lightning team, and I'm seeing good things with that Lightning team. I really think that Lightning would be a nice play for tonight.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, it's reminding me of last night's Columbus play. So you guys might want to take a look at that. Get with the hockey people and check it out. I've been trying to do the hockey, but I just really haven't had any time. Hatter and I are working on, we've got a couple of business situations that we've been dealing with in our spare time, and you guys know I've got working kids as well. So it's just been, I'm not trying to give you an excuse, but I'm giving you an excuse. But I told you, right now, hockey and NBA, it really should be just a fallback, $10, laugh at it. The playoffs is next week. You guys can relax till next week, and then we'll be right. You should actually start investigating futures. No doubt.
Now is probably the time to start investigating it right now. And, if you see like a favorite that you think is, may drop a few games or something like that, you might want to wait because their odds might drop a little bit or they might increase as far as what the payout is. So, take a look at that. And then you might want to take a look at some teams that are on the outside looking in that you think have an easy schedule coming up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I locked in. I didn't even want to. I'm going to fall back, but I put something out on Twitter, a team that I locked in the NBA, and a team that you don't want to hear about. So I'm going to leave it alone. But I think you guys could probably think about what I played last night. And Five Dizzles actually cut me off as far as the amount I could play on it. But
they felt bad for you.
They felt bad. They cut me off from putting more money on the Brooklyn Nets, kid. So, whatever. It is what it is, kid. So, taking a look at this, man, just real quick. So, what about this Coyote under, though, bro?
No, I'm not going to get involved with it.
Let's just take a look at what's going on. Remember, man, is Mike Smith in the goal. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he
pretty
is, but,
damn good.
I tend to like them with that under when the Coyotes are home.
Under has gone under in Arizona's 4 out of the last 5 games and under in 4 of the last 6 games on the road. Just saying. And let's see, the total is going under in 11 out of the 15 games where Vancouver has played Arizona at home. So, I don't know, guys. Take a look at it and see what your thoughts are on that. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on social media, Sports Bettors TV. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Let's see. Nashville, Marco Spagnuolo saying that Nashville made a trade with the Leafs, and that's enough to bring any team down. All right, man. All right. Hey, hashtag SBTV Nation, man. That's what we got you guys for. So, guys, I wish we had more plays for you on this, but you know what? These teams are very volatile right now. You got to kind of be careful. That's what we preach, man, being careful with your money. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if I was so 100% careful with the Brooklyn Nets last night, but, trying to do the best I can to win here. Going through the baseball, dude.
The best you could do to win would be to play futures.
Yes, at this point. Definitely. So
leave the day-to-day games. Just leave it alone.
Absolutely, man. All right, so let me just go right into. I got my caller calling in right now, so I'm pretty anxious to hear what this cat has got to say. Let me get the music down a little bit. Let me get my caller in, and we will call it a day. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, man? Do I got sportslock.com on the line this beautiful morning, kid? What's up?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it beautiful here in Chicago, but I'm envious of wherever you guys are.
Oh, don't be
no. It's like the same thing.
Brutal, absolutely brutal.
I don't know what Hatter talking about. Beautiful. He got a big fat loss last night. It cost everybody a bunch of money. Then he was out late drinking and drove home in the nastiest weather ever, getting up talking about beautiful.
Son, I'm positive.
This is the beauty of our profession. This can be a bad day today and a gorgeous day tomorrow. That all sounds say.
I don't know. I'm ready to reach through the phone right now and grab him by his neck over that Brooklyn pick. And he up here talking about a beautiful morning.
Shut up.
I'm glad we weren't the cause of those picks.
Definitely,
man. So what's going on, man? How you doing? I hear you're out in Chicago. So I'm assuming that the weather is dusty.
Wait, can we swear on this podcast, by the way?
We would prefer that you
we
did.
keep it at like a PG-13. You know what I'm saying?
The weather is brutal. Brutal doesn't fairly describe the weather, but everything else here in Chicago, you know, this April Chicago weather, it's giving us some teases, a little bit of a tease for what's to come.
So it's like kind of like the Bulls have been playing in basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I don't get is that I don't understand how people like Thibodeau. I just don't get it. This man is one of the worst rotational coaches I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know what they like about Thibodeau? They like that he's one of those, like, a hard-nosed, old kind of disciplinarian. He preaches defense, and it was working with the prior cast that he had. 3 years ago, when he came in, was working. I just think that right now with the crew, the talent he has assembled on that team, it just doesn't work for this bunch.
We've all had bosses or even acquaintances and friends who have that hard-nosed attitude, or coaches if you guys are athletes, right? We've all been there. It only lasts for a short period of time, and you can't, especially with professional athletes, you can't expect these guys to continuously respond positively to that kind of behavior. It's true. It's just brutal for us here in Chicago. You know, I mean, we've got a playoff race that we're in. We've got Derrick Rose, who played 19 minutes. You can't put him in at the end. It's just, you know what? I think we need something fresh here in Chicago, and it's too bad because I think the Bulls roster is very competitive, but I don't think we're going to make a deep run whatsoever, and I don't think we will ever make a deep run with this team in charge of the organization.
You know what? I scratched my head with the Bulls. I didn't understand getting rid of Dang.
Yeah, that's me either. You know, I understand, I guess, from the ownership perspective, from the cap perspective of what they did when they shipped him to Cleveland. But you're right. It's we have this very competitive roster. I think Pau Gasol is actually playing better than he's ever played in his entire career. A great bench, right? I mean, I think they put up 40 or something yesterday. And we just can't get it done. And I'm telling you, I do not believe the players respond positively to Thibodeau. I think
I think you might be on to something there.
Let's imagine Thibodeau coaches the Golden State Warriors this year. No chance they're as good as they are. It's because players respond positively to guys like Steve Kerr. They want to play for a coach like that. And I know Steph, that's Steve Kerr, an incredible person. And I'm not surprised he's doing as good of a job as he is.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, when you got, somebody that's kind of having fun with you, you know what I'm saying, versus it's almost like Bill Belichick with the Pats, you know what I mean? But they always seem to win just because he's a genius.
I was going to say that they win, and I don't know, I don't know that Thibodeau's guys don't want to play for him. I just there's different coaching styles that work, based on the talent. The talent. I just, I've always said that the Bulls, they're missing scorers. They don't have scorers. The team is built. Right. The team is built defensively, and it's like I said with the tournament. Defense in basketball, you have to take with a grain of salt because there's so many ways to score. I mean, when you're talking defense, you're talking, okay, we're going to give up 80 points instead of 100 points, but you're still giving up points. It's not like a defensive team in football. And I don't know that a defensively sound team, outside of, you got to go back in the day to Detroit Pistons. I don't know that it works in this age, in this style of basketball that's being played currently.
I completely agree. This is offense in the NBA always trumps good defense. There's too many talented people out there that can get their shots no matter what. And you're absolutely right. You need scorers. You need guys that can score in the clutch. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Derrick Rose is not that person. Will he ever become that person again? Unlikely is what I'll say. I think that most of the city is still very optimistic, but I think it's unrealistic to assume that he can get back to that kind of form. And who's going to take the shot? Dunleavy? No one.
I agree. I know.
It's a fun team to watch. It's typical Chicago sports. We get very excited, And we have too high of expectations, I believe, especially when it comes to basketball.
Well, MJ put that in everybody's brain, so that's tough shoes to fill. You know what I mean?
No doubt about it. It was. I was talking to one of my business partners about this the other day, and he tells me he got sick.
He used to get sick of watching the Bulls. I almost slapped him in the face with my foot. It was incredible. It was when those seasons started. It wasn't what's going to happen at the end. It was where we watched in the finals. But that team, I don't know if there'll ever be a team like that. If you look back at some of the film and how good they were, the only time they ever lost was when they beat themselves. It was just incredible.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. From every standpoint, they had like every piece of the puzzle put together. So I agree with you. But hey, you are in the fantasy end of it, so let's get over to that side.
Yeah, man. Let's hear about what you got going on, dude. Killer app, man.
Yeah.
Killer, dude.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. First off, and I don't think I have the opportunity to say this, we're honored to be a part of your show. We're big fans of you guys. So thank you, first and foremost, for having us. And, yeah, our company, SportsBlock, you can check it out on the App Store. It's SportsBlock, one word, or go to sportsblock.com. We really built this thing out of necessity. We're young entrepreneurs. My co-founder and I are in our young 30s. We've been playing fantasy since we were probably 8 or 9 years old. We've been betting on everything since I could probably talk. I think I learned how to count playing poker when I was 2. And we were not satisfied with what was going on in the fantasy space. Of course, FanDuel and DraftKings come out with this product after the UGA law. For all the listeners who don't know what UGA is, it's the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act. It will classify the fantasy industry as a game of skill, not a game of luck, which is why we can actually take action on fantasy sports in 46 states. We are one of the few that actually operates in Iowa. And we didn't believe that the daily fantasy space, which is built around a lottery concept with salary cap, that is not built for extroverts, it's built for introverts, is not what made the fantasy space so large in the first place. You've got 41 million active Americans playing fantasy sports for one main reason. It's social. I want to play with my friends. I want to beat the you-know-what out of them every single year, and I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. Whereas the lottery, how many times are you going to continuously buy lottery tickets until you always lose and then you churn? So for us, with this law being passed, we saw this incredible opportunity. We saw this incredible opportunity to really kick the fantasy space into 2015. And as you guys know, because of your profession, gaming, gambling, we're really historically behind when it comes to technology. It's been such an archaic space. And we took this brand new perspective on the fantasy sports space, and we're trying to combine the best of both worlds, the best of the two industries that exist, traditional season long, and the good parts of that daily fantasy sports space. And that's what SportsBlock is all about. It's always for us been about empowering commissioners, empowering the leaders, being able to give somebody a customizable experience that they could have at the tip of their fingers. As you guys know about my generation, we have our smartphones on us 24 hours a day. They never leave. I don't have an alarm clock. I wake up to my phone.
Yeah.
And that's where this industry needs to go. I'm tired, and we got tired of running our fantasy golf leagues by SurveyMonkey. I'm in all these master pools. Here's how I had to submit my picks. Fill out something on an Excel spreadsheet, save it multiple times, send it to my buddy Brad, who then by hand has to track all the scores. That's League 1. League 2, SurveyMonkey. Okay, League 3 for fantasy golf was I took my team in an AOL chat room. It's 2015. This is just ridiculous. You've got this massive, massive billion-dollar space that really hasn't progressed into the next century. But that's what we're here to do at SportsBlock. And by no means do we ever think that we have all the answers. This is about, and this is what it's been about since we launched our app, getting the feedback from our beta users, from our first 1,000 people, because we really did build this for the fantasy people like us. Social people, people that want to put some money on things, went to big schools, so we have big networks. And like I said, we'll do this for the rest of our lives. And that's our take on the fantasy space.
That's awesome, man. So if I wanted to compete with the Dream, you know what I'm saying? Him and I could just go right on your app and do it, and we could deposit money and do all that stuff.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What we do is real-time drafting. So there's no salary cap. There's no you and I having the same team except one third-tier player that's different on our rosters. This is about, at the tip of your fingertips, micro draft sessions that happen in real time. And you can do those things that last a day. You can do them that last multiple days. or down the road, we've got so much more coming when it comes to customizing that experience. Because you and the Dream, as much as you guys love sports like I do, there's something a little bit different. There's a reason why I play in 3 or 4 fantasy leagues. Every league is a little bit different. Most of the people in the leagues are similar. But one league we do 0.15 per rushing yard. One league we do 4 points for a throwing touchdown. Every little group, or every group has something unique about it, which makes it a fun experience for that group. And so that's where we see this space going. And so I'm telling you guys, and I'm telling the listeners, we got a ton of things up our sleeve that we just can't wait to share with the world.
Oh, that's cool, dude. So you can modify the type of league that you're in. So you could do like a PPR league, or you could do, in football, points per reception, guys. I'm talking about in football. And you're doing this with all sports, right?
Right now we've got 5 sports. We've got college football, college basketball, MLB, NFL, NBA. We've got 2 more coming end of this year, which will be hockey and golf. And as we look at the space, again, the numbers I gave you guys are, of course, United States numbers, American numbers of 41 million. But this is a global phenomenon. This is not a U.S.-only market. And so as we look to expand, you can believe us that we will be adding much more sports than just the 7 we offer. And like you guys were saying with PPR, we wanted to give people something simple to start with. This thing has to be simple. You've got 41 million Americans playing fantasy sports, but so many more people that have quit fantasy, that are intimidated by fantasy. It's a time suck. It's too much of an effort. People who fill out brackets, people who still do these golf leagues offline. We wanted to build something for every type of sports fan, and our motto here is to give friends the best place to take action on sports. And so as we roll out these new features, I don't want to be the one to tell you how you should have to play. So my answer to that is absolutely. We want to be able to give people, and give commissioners specifically, a customizable experience so that whatever they want to do with the scoring, whatever they want to do with roster spots, things like that, you guys can build it for your own group of friends.
I love it. I think that's dope. Dream, you're a big fantasy guy, from back in the day, the old school type of thing. So what do you think about, if we created like a league that was, the way we wanted to do it and all that? I think that's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely cool, man. And this is all mobile friendly and the whole package?
Not just mobile friendly, mobile first. But we look at the space. You look at apps like Uber, Snapchat, Instagram. These guys are mobile only, mobile first. That's how we design. We take the design and the user experience of the user interface, so seriously in this space. Something that we've never seen anybody done before. And we didn't want to build a complementary mobile solution to a website like the Daily Guys had to do. We wanted to be mobile first and mobile only right now. Will that change? Of course. We want to expand the market beyond just iOS. But the way we think about business is you got to own one thing, and you got to be great at one thing before you expand to multiple platforms. So those things will come. We will go to Android. We will go to web. But right now we are not only just mobile first, but really, really simple. That's what we wanted to do with this space. Make it simple, but keep it competitive. Again, keep it something where I can have my unique experience on it. And that really is the thesis of what we're trying to do here.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. So let me ask you a question. Do you got any kind of way that our audience can test drive your site? You know what I'm saying? Test drive your app and, kind of get an idea of the feel for it and get right on it? Because I'm definitely going to be doing some stuff with it.
100%. And what we'll do is, of course, we offer games that are for free. So if people want to give this thing a try, before they put some real money on, which is really simple, by the way. You can take a picture of your credit card, just like Uber. Everything gets scanned with that technology, and your credit card, instantly appears, and you can put money on the app. But for your users, and I'll offer this, anybody who wants to have this thing or give this thing a try, email us, okay? Download the app in iOS, email us at support@sportslock.com, and we will throw something to every single one of your listeners so they can experience the app and play for some real money on us. So anybody who listens to you guys, any fans of yours, please email us at support@sportslock. We'll give you guys a free taste on us so you can experience what we want to share with the world.
All right, so that's that. The free is probably everybody's favorite price, man, just to get an idea, just to test drive this a little bit. Absolutely, guys. All right, so this is I'm going to send this out. So it's support@sportslock.com. So all they got to do is register for your app, and then they're going to drop you a quick email and say that you listen to you on the show. And then you'll make a little deal. You'll let them get a few dollars to play with.
Exactly right. It'll be on us. It's our pleasure. Like I said, we're honored to be a part of your show. We're huge fans. I'm sure we're like all the other listeners out there, and it would really be our pleasure to let those other fans give this thing a try on us.
Wow, you know what? My man Marlon is asking, about a fantasy football league next year for the biggest show in the world, huh? Interesting,
I like Marlon.
Interesting. All right, dude. So, and can we play with other players like throughout the world?
Yeah. So there's two phases to our app. We call it public and we call it private. Again, the thesis is giving friends the best place to take action on sports. But some people are not so much as the early adopters, as we like to describe them, and they don't have the friends that they can't get over yet. And so we, of course, offer games that are against the public, and then we offer private leagues as well where you can play with your friends. So for us, what we do is instead of having this massive lobby of 12,000 different games you can choose from, just like the poker software was, we offer a few games, and they're constantly filling, and new games constantly open. So As soon as a 4-person game fills, a brand new one opens up and appears. So there's always action you can be taking, literally 24 hours a day on the app.
All right, that's beautiful, man. So I love it, dude. All right, so what they're going to do is they go on your app, they sign up or whatever. They can email you, get a few dollars to play with and all that, and go from there. Maybe cash, man. Maybe win one of these big leagues or something like that. Who knows? I'd love to hear about any of you guys out there, right? If you get on this and you're profiting from it, dude, I definitely want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up on social media, sportsbetterstv@gmail.com, as well as our email address, and we'll go from there.
It's been amazing for us to see who this first 1,000 people have been to adapt to the app and download the app. And, of course, we're going out there, guys, and you know this, and I'm sure you've heard it from other people who've come on the show. We're focused on the 18 to 34-year-old male demographic and, affluent with disposable income. And the amount of people from different varieties of life who are flocking to this app and loving it is just incredible already. We knew we were onto something when we had people who were young loving our app, and we had people who were old, 65, 70, loving our app. We actually felt that we built something for any type of sports fan, and we're not just seeing males come to this. We're not just seeing 18 to 34-year-old people. We're seeing people from all shapes of life, and so I would love to hear what your listeners think about this thing.
Absolutely,
it's really it's our pleasure to share it with them.
Yep. And that's great that you're hitting everybody, because that's you don't want to single anything out, because you got so many people who are a little bit older than that demographic that you were saying that are like I was just talking about. We got a bunch of retired, the fantasy league that we were just in, a bunch of retired guys. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got a lot of people that are definitely interested in what you're offering. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we really focus and we do some things around big special events. We know that the masses get with their friends, they flock to the television screens around things like the Masters, the start of football season, March Madness, the bowl games. This is when friends get together. It's really hard for somebody on a Wednesday afternoon, right, to get together, go watch a Cubs game. That's what we're really putting a lot of our focus and a lot of our recruiting on also, is doing really fun games around these big events like no one's ever done it before. So again, that's kind of the foreshadowing of what's to come on Sports Block. There's what you guys see now, and I'm really speaking to the listeners here. What you see now is probably 2% of what this app is going to become. But the best part is we always keep it simple. It doesn't mean since we're going to add layers, we're going to add complexity. We have to keep this thing simple in order to be successful. And that really is something that we'll never cut corners when it comes to that.
Awesome, dude. I just got a message from the Queen of Odds that wants to challenge the biggest show in the world on this, dude.
Well, listen, the Queen, the Queen of Odds group is a competitive group, but we'll have to think of something fun that we can do with Queen of Odds versus you guys, and some donation to the charity or something like that. We'll have to talk about that offline. But we should
I'm gonna volunteer to Evil Genius for that one. I think.
I like it.
Definitely.
Oh, you got to bring the best.
Definitely. All right, brother. Sportslock.com, guys. Check them out, man. It was awesome having you on the show, dude. You got anything else you want to plug before we get into our MLBs?
No, you guys are great. Like I said, we're such big fans. We really appreciate the opportunity. Anytime you want to hear me rant and bitch about Chicago sports, please let me know. This is what being a Chicago sports fan is all about. But on a serious note, we really appreciate this. We're excited we got to talk to your listeners. And I mean it. Email us, support@sportsblock. Go check out the app. We want people's feedback. Like I said, this is not about just what we think this industry was missing. This is about getting the people to finally have a voice and to build something for this community. So we're really excited to get some more feedback.
All right, sounds good, brother. So, guys, yeah, and I'm interested to hear what your feedback is too. To the hashtag SBTV Nation. Let me know once you get on this thing what your thoughts are, and you know what I'm saying. It sounds like my man over here is looking to make it better and better and better. So that's what I love.
Definitely.
That's what we're all about, guys.
All right, dude. Sounds good, man. Thank you so much for calling. We really appreciate it. Excellent guest, man.
Guys, really appreciate it. Looking forward to talking with you shortly.
All right. Take care.
Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Take care. So, Dream, fantasy sports, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing. I did fantasy basketball, like, back in high school. I did it one time, and I had a guy that was dope, and we actually won the league. And all I did was basically put money in. And the fantasy football, we know about our history on that. So, I'm going to take a look at this thing, man, and really kind of see what I could do. Not that I'm not looking at my phone enough anyway with all the social media and hearing my wife being, talk to me. Not like I don't want to add more to that, but, hey, it is what it is, kid. So, all right, dude. So why don't we kick this up a notch and go into the baseball and see? I mean, because maybe we'll get some players that are actually going to try here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, let's go into baseball. Son, you going to get the Brewers or what?
No, I'm not getting the Brewers.
Why not? Well, they ain't playing. They're kind of stewing after getting swept at home. The Colorado Rockies 3-0, kid. Imagine that. Damn. All right, let's go into this. You got pictures up?
I'm gonna pull them up right now. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
We got some early games, guys. It seems like the first week of opening week is, you got a lot of early. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 6 day games today. Very interesting. So, all
right, I'm ready to go.
All right, brother. So we got Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Pittsburgh is slightly favored -109 with an under/over anywhere from 7.5 to 8. What you got pitching?
That's A.J. Burnett going, and they've got DiScaffiano on the mound as well
for
Cincinnati.
The Reds. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Taking a look at that matchup, that seems like a pretty even matchup, man. I think I'm going to fall back from that one. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the New York Mets at the Washington Nasties, and the Nasties are not that favored, man. They're only -116 with an under/over of 6.
Well, you got my man Matt Harvey on the mound, but he's going against Steven Strasburg.
Oh, that's why the under/over. That's why the total's so low.
Serious pitching duel today, supposedly for these guys. But hey, it's their. Some of these guys come out and they're not as awesome. I mean, Harvey hasn't pitched in forever because he was out, injured last year. So, you might, who knows what's going to happen with this game?
I know. My man, Direct Sports Solution, is giving out a free pick. He's saying White Sox Danks is 5-0 versus the Royals. So I believe he's going with the White Sox on that. Let's take a look here. We got Minnesota playing at the Detroit Tigers again. I don't like Detroit in this spot, dude. You know what I'm saying? They won too much. Minnesota maybe do a win here. I think I'm going to fall back from the Tigers on this one. Well, who you got pitching?
Dude, Minnesota, let's finish this out. Let's get Detroit to finish this out, get their first sweep of the season going. Too many wins, dude. They just started. They played 2 games. They played 2 games, player. They're not exhausted already?
Exhausted.
No. Let's let Detroit finish what they got started, which they seem to have their number as the bats have been, alive and popping with them. This is the last game of that series. I don't believe it's going 4 games. I think it's a 3-gamer. Last game of that series. I like Detroit today. You got Green on the mound. He's going up against Gibson for Minnesota, and I feel pretty confident in taking the Tigers today.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I'm probably going to bet the Tigers. It's a 1 o'clock start, so maybe I'll go, catch a couple of Z's, wake up 1 o'clock, make something to eat, and, get a live looking at that.
My man Sir Mata said the best part of MLB being back is hearing the Dream butcher the pitchers' names.
Well, Gibson and Green went pretty easy this morning. Hey, somebody, you want to hear me butcher some names? Let me do some of the tennis names.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, my God. I know. Let's see what else we got here. Let me move this on. We've got, let's see. The Cleveland Indians playing at the Houston Astros. And this is pretty much even, man. It's like minus 106 to minus 102. There is no clear-cut favorite here. Maybe Cleveland slightly, but an under-over of 8 to 8.5. And who we got on the mound, dude?
That's T. Bauer going up against Wojciechowski.
Wojciechowski.
Where did I get these names from?
I don't know, man. What nationality is that? Wojciechowski. Is that how we pronounce it, guys?
Probably crushed it, but whatever. Hey, I don't like this game today. I don't know what either one of these teams are doing. The Astros have, not been a great team over the past couple of years, and Cleveland's been decent, but, they haven't been all that neither, so I'm not getting involved in this, but if you guys like it, go ahead. Go for it, as I don't have an opinion on this game.
Okay, so we got the Chicago White Sox at the K-Sizzle Royals. The line is 8.5. K-Sizzle slightly favored, about a minus 118. The White Sox plus 125. Talk to me about the pitchers again. I know Direct Sports Solutions is all over this game.
That's Danks against Volquez, and I don't know Direct Sports Solutions, man. The Royals came out to, the Royals were pesty last year at the very beginning of the season. It looks like they're doing a little bit of the same this year. They got the bats a little bit going against the White Sox. They're looking to close out this series. They won the first two. I don't know. I'll be careful with this game. Personally, I'm not gonna get involved in it, but this game, I don't know, man. For some reason, I'm liking the Royals.
Well, big ups to him, man. Hopefully, he's going on the trend with Danks, so maybe that'll work.
New season, new year. KC's looking to put maybe some of that behind him as well. So just go easy.
Son, I love people crushing you about the pitchers' names. Twitter is on fire right now.
And I love to put them on and let them do them.
Yeah, right. You know what? Baseball is the hardcore gamblers, dude. That's what we have right now. Listening. The guys that are really, the true junkies out there.
The guys that really got a gambling problem.
Yes.
Are in the house right now.
All day. All right, we got Texas at Oakland. Oak Tree is minus 137 with an under-over of 7.5.
That's Martinez for Texas going against Graveman for Oakland. And let's look for Oakland to get another win here.
All right, you think so, huh? You love that team.
It's my A's player. I love the A's because the A's got bats. Any team that can put up some offense, you know what I mean, can get the ball popping. I'm always a big fan of it. I like the A's' bats, so I'm going to ride them, for a minute. I like to latch onto a couple teams and ride them, and the A's are going to be one of them. And also, it's looking like the Tigers, too, man. I like the Tigers today.
All right. Yeah, it was just a shame what happened to Oakland towards the end of last year, man. They just fell off. I mean, they were in they were number one. They let the Angels beat up on them. Then they had to play the one-game playoff versus K-Sizzle, and that didn't work out so well. So I don't know. Maybe they'll bounce back. And make it happen. I mean, they did lay the smackdown last night. So we'll see where it goes with that. So let's go on to the next one here. We've got the Toronto Blue Jays playing at the New York Stanks. The Stanks are minus 3 to Toronto. Minus 103 to Toronto minus 104. So that's pretty much the best you're going to get. You're not going to get plus money on either team today. Under over 7 to 7.5. I believe Crush the Bookie was on the over on this game. Guys, get with him and see what he's thinking on this. He's taking a look at it. Dream, what do you think of the Stanks?
Well, you got CC going on the mound today, so it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back off of his injury. You also got 37 degrees happening today in this area as far as the weather is concerned, so it's going to be a little bit on the chilly side, especially around 7:05 at night when they get the start. So you might want to keep an eye on that, as that may be a small factor in the game as well. The Blue Jays, won one, and then the Yankees won yesterday. So, to me, this is a complete watcher. I don't believe the Yankees are going to be very good this season. I don't know what the Blue Jays are going to do, but the Yankees are I think that they're going to struggle, especially offensively. And I don't know what CC's bringing to the table this year as far as his pitching is concerned. So this is definitely a game that you're just going to have as CC may come out and get pounded. If he doesn't have the right, his right stuff going, he can be ugly at times. So you might want to look at that. As far as I'm concerned, it's just going to be, taking a look at the game and watching it and scouting it out and seeing what happens.
All right. I got a lot of live action on Twitter right now. But Vegas out there, he's saying maybe the first 5 innings under in the Mets-Nats might work. I was thinking on that game. I was thinking maybe the first inning no score on that one personally. But I think we're in the same ballpark there. You got, let's see, Randy Lockhart's on here. Joseph Del Rosario loves to bet against Nolasco. And obviously yesterday that was apparent with the Twins getting smoke showed. So I'm surprised with your baseball. You didn't take the Twins yesterday. Because that was kind of...
I was all over
I know.
I'm
just messing around.
You know what, though? The thing with... I want to go back to that, with the under... You guys, you don't know what you're going to get out of Harvey. You know what I mean? You're talking about a guy that just came off of a surgery, didn't play all last year. Be careful, with going out there looking for it, expecting him to be lights out right out of the gate. You know what I mean? It's a big spot. And, he's going against Strasburg. He might try to push himself too much, try to throw too hard. Mistakes can be made. So, I'm not saying that he can't go out there and be dope again, because, he's obviously an incredible pitcher. But I just feel that it's too many unknowns with that particular game. So I would just step back from it.
Big ups to Clown Man Swag saying, let the Hatter say the pitcher names. Dude, I think I'll butcher them just as much. I got to be honest with you. I've done it before in the past when we started this show. Dude, we started the Daily Show last July. Right. And I had to do it from time to time. And it wasn't an easy task. I got to be honest with you. So the last one on the ticket, you saw my boy Harangue yesterday. Too bad I didn't play it. But I was busy with Brooklyn Lopez, kid. We got the Boston Red Sox at the Philadelphia Phillies, and Boston is minus 132 with an under-over of 7.5. What you got pitching over there, Playboy?
Hold on 1 second as my screen just went off. Here we go. You did the Red Sox against the Phillies, right?
Yes, sir.
That's Masterson against Buchanan for the Phillies. You got Masterson going for the Red Sox against Buchanan for the Phillies. Real funny series is I thought, the Red Sox were going to get a win yesterday, and they didn't.
It's because you had Harangue on the mound, kid. Harangue is the bomb. It's my dude. He's like. I mean, Chris Sale was my boy, but Chris Sale kind of, played me towards the end of the year last year. So,
Aaron Harangue, I have had in outside of last year, I've had as my fantasy pitcher, and for most of the season, most of the years, and the guy just always, up and down, not consistent. He got a little bit more consistent, I would say, last year than he'd been in the past, but just very inconsistent. I know some of it had to do with his old team, but I don't know. I'm the jury's out on him as far as I'm concerned.
The jury is out on him. Okay, all right. So you never know, man. I'm gonna keep looking at him and see. I mean, you know what's gonna end up happening? He'll keep crushing it, and then the minute I play it, he'll lose.
Well, that's usually how they do it.
Yeah, right. So whatever. All right. So that does it for the baseball, man. My boy AZ Wildcat 83 brought up a very, very good thing here, and it is 100% right, guys. I don't know if you know this, but the Kentucky Derby and the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight are on the same day. So we are going to tear the roof off of Sports Bettors TV on that day. I got news for you, okay? And the Dream and I are talking about some stuff that, some ideas we're kicking around a little bit. But we are, I am getting Sheets money on for the Kentucky Derby. I don't know what direction we want to go yet with the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight, but I think we'll have a conversation, Dream, outside of the show and talk. You know what I mean? But that's going to be a huge day and a huge show, bro.
We got to see if we can get what's his name on, too, for the Derby. Fan Ape.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Fan Ape is also coming on. My bad. Good. We already got him. All him. Right. He's already set and locked in.
Game changer. The same way you're laughing at me, dying at me with the pitcher's name, I laugh at the 100 plays you give me a day. So we all are having a good laugh. As my man is in college, it gives me a minimum of 5 games a day.
Minimum. Maybe 5 games in the afternoon.
Every day. He goes as hard as we go on the show.
Yes, definitely. I love when with this little Twitter thing that says like who to follow.
Right.
They're asking me to follow someone that has a name called Nude or Nah. With a question mark. That looks like a pretty interesting profile. I might have to check her out. We'll see. We'll see where it goes, man. All right, dude. So that's pretty much going to do it, man. I don't really know as far as leans where I'm going yet, Dream. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take a small shot with the. I'm gonna take a shot with Detroit closing out their series today. I like them. I'm gonna take a shot with the A's as well. I'm not getting involved in basketball, and I'm really looking into the hockey, as I did like the. Let me see where we at again. The Lightning. I'm really gonna look at this Lightning team, but right now it's looking like it's gonna be something like Oakland, Detroit, and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
All right, and speaking of my man AZ Wildcat 83, he just hit me up on Twitter, and this gentleman from Arizona actually helped me out and found us the best DJ in the world, man, to help us out with the show in Vegas. So as a thank you to him, I am bringing him on for a few minutes to discuss the Derby on Derby Day as well. That's the least I could do for you, brother. So let's do it, man. So, Dream, you got anything to do before we close out of here or what?
I got nothing else, man. I'm going to go spend my spare time looking up pitchers' names and trying to pronounce them right for all the critics out there.
You got a lot of critics, man.
I love it.
And we will go from there.
Hey,
all right.
All you guys need to be concerned with is me picking a winner. That's what you need to be concerned with. How about the Columbus Blue Jackets yesterday?
Yes. And every other league except for the ones that we did. Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to say big ups to everybody out there. You guys know I love you. We clown a lot. I don't care. I can't pronounce the pitcher's name. I ain't losing no sleep over it. They can't pronounce my name either. Listen to telemarketers when they call my house. They butcher my name. So it's something that's done out there. I like to thank everybody that's been supporting the show. AZ Wildcat 83 is doing his thing. Clown Man Swag is out there. My boy Game Changer. Game Changer, I still love your plays. Keep them coming, brother. I like to tease you, but keep them coming. We got Marlon out there as well. We got the things we do. This thing we do. We have Rick Lopez, Nicholas J, Prestige Worldwide. My man Yato is out there as well. Direct Sports Solutions, can't forget about them. And they are giving out as their free play. They're going against the Kansas City Royals. And they're taking the White Sox. So if you guys want to get down with that, get on it with them. You got Millhouse out there, also Michael Lee. As far as I'm concerned, you got my regulars, Lucky Luciano's out there, my man Ben Diaz, Total Sports Edge, The Kid, OJFB, my man Cash Action Bets, Philly Picks. Philly Picks, impressive day yesterday as Philly Picks gave out. Hold on, let me just go over this with you guys one time so you know. Philly Picks, I believe, gave out yesterday. No,
a lot of winners, man.
Hold on. He gave out a lot of winners yesterday. He tweeted it on Twitter. Here it is right here. He gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He went 4-2 yesterday. He lost with the White Sox and he lost with the Brewers, which I would have known better
team.
to play the.
That's your,
I would have known
favorite
better
team.
than to play the Brewers, right? But other than that, my man won. Had a very nice day yesterday. So I want to give him some big ups. He hit the Yankees and also hit the Phillies yesterday. And you want to give him some big ups for that. So Philly Picks, nice job on your part, brother. For doing that and getting that done. No request is out there as well. Let me get back to the shout outs and just close this out. We got Irvin, Yip at 82, Deeks Picks, Vegas Girl 92661, Jay Guys, Tony Enab, Betting the Dream, World Sports Picks, Joey, Jonesy, Steve Z, VIP 2015, The Capper Zone, same people, Almighty Kev, Papa Smurf, G Rose, Scott Weaver, Rafael Esparza, Nicholas J, Sports the Gen, Dank, Sports Attack, Sin City Maverick Champ, the Queen of Odds, and Winning Picks. Guys, I am the Dream. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day. Big shout outs to Sports Lock, too, for coming on and ripping it today. Make the most of each day because you cannot get this time back. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, like you said, man, sportslock.com. Big ups to them for coming on the show. Great guest. I love when our guests have a pulse. I hate when a guest comes on and they're just kind of like, oh, yeah, you know. What I mean, but he was really good, man. So big ups to him on that, and big ups to all 179 countries that have seen the biggest show in the world. Kid, we are spreading like a virus, growing like a fungus each and every day with the hashtag SBTV Nation. Guys, this 1 hour a day that I do, man, I got to tell you, it's very therapeutic for me, man. It's like I think of nothing else, Dream, but what we're doing at that time.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? It just kind of cleanses my brain. So, you know what? I just want to send a special thank you to the nation for allowing me to, to supporting us every single day and allowing me to do this, man. And, it's just a lot of fun, and I appreciate it. So, with that said, guys, we are the biggest show in the world. We love you to death. Go out there, go easy, but get that money. Take care.